Welcome back to the show. This is KDS Reviews. This is another episode of 80's REWATCH. We watch some of the classic and cult films from the 1980s, some of the best decade of movies. This time we're going to do Blade Runner. Now, Blade Runner is written from a book named The Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. This is a story of this cop right here that Harrison Ford plays, who's hired to go after these rogue androids, or replicants as they're called, and eliminate them. But there's more to this story than that. It's written by Philip K. Smith, who also wrote Minority Report. Now, when they originally wrote this script, they had Robert Mitchum in mind. Matter of fact, they wrote the script with Robert Mitchum in mind. And I feel like Robert Mitchum would have been a really good character, really good actor to have played this character. Or then there was Jack Nicholson they were also considering. Jack Nicholson, I think, really, if not Harrison Ford, Jack Nicholson would have been the perfect person to play this movie. Now, they ended up with Harrison Ford because of the fact of Star Wars, Indiana Jones. We was in the 80s. They had all these big-time science fiction films. Now, that's going to come back to Harlem, but we're going to talk about this later on in the video. The world of Blade Runner is also set in the same universe as Alien and Predator. I kind of thought, to be honest with you, that anyway, especially about Predator. I thought it was probably in the same universe as them. Now, when this movie came out, Harrison Ford clashed with Ridley Scott in the direction of this movie because of the fact of he just didn't like it. Ford didn't like Han Solo either. That's probably why he got killed off on later Star Wars films. I don't know what character he played that he did like. Now, the thing with this movie right here, this is more of a mature film. Right? When it came out, it had a big build-up. The cars, the science fiction, the face. People were looking for this big-time action film. But what they got was a low-level drama, and I feel like that's the reason why that it did not do well when it first came out. But as people have gotten older, such as myself, and gone back and watched it, this is kind of a mature film. Everyone's looking for laser battles and lightsabers and everything, but this was kind of like I would almost say like you could compare Kojak to Starsky and Hutch. This was a more drama-related, more serious, character-driven story, not as much about, special effects and action and fighting and flying. And that's why it also became a cult hit. Now, there are 7 different versions of Blade Runner. The director's cut, there's one with narration that Harrison Ford did, there's one without narration, some with a different ending that make it look like that Harrison Ford's character was actually a replicant himself. Now, this is, like I said, it's a cult hit. Now, if you're a younger viewer and you haven't seen Blade Runner, then go down to the description below. It'll take you to an Amazon link where you can pick up your own copy of Blade Runner. Really, the ultimate director's cut, the one you need to get. And as an Amazon associate, I earn from a qualifying purchase. Remember, KDS Reviews is seen every Wednesday and every Sunday. If you like this type of content, then like, subscribe, and share. You want to see some more about how I compare some of these science fiction movies, like Star Wars versus Star Trek, then watch this video right here. KDS Reviews is seen every Wednesday and every Sunday, and I'll see you in the next video.